Now on CoastTV News.
Silence on Stell. Lawmakers continue to ignore our questions. And tonight, a new call for Stell Parker Selby's resignation.
Carnival for Care. Why Georgetown EMS is counting on this carnival to fund a new ambulance and possibly a new building.
Fenwick's new emergency center.
I think we have everything we need.
What used to be a storage room is now a fully equipped center.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
You just saw Delaware House leadership refuse to answer our questions once again. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Christina DeRobertis.
New tonight, Republican leaders are calling on Stell Parker Selby to step down for the first time. Also confirming on camera, they say the lawmaker had a stroke this winter. Stell Parker Selby was absent again today. She has been every day this legislative session. Parker Selby has missed at least 104 votes. You might recall yesterday House Speaker Melissa Minor Brown rejected all of our attempts at an interview and would not answer if Stell Parker Selby is cognitive. Her office told us today they wouldn't answer questions on private medical matters. Here's what I asked. Madam Speaker, what's your message to the people of the 20th District? Madam Speaker, why do you refuse to speak with us? I've already given you this, but here's another copy. I didn't ask you about special elections. I asked you your message for the people.
Have a good day.
Would you like to comment? This is the paper that Speaker Melissa Minor Brown gave me, which outlines the rules for special elections. It describes how there must be a vacancy for a writ of election to be issued. Stell Parker Selby's seat, it's not vacant, as she was sworn in at home in March. According to Delaware Code, a vacancy can occur by failure to elect, ineligibility, death, or resignation. Melissa Minor Brown has not called for Stell Parker Selby to resign. The Deputy Communications Director for House Democrats also came out and gave me this paper today on special elections as I waited for the House Speaker. Hi.
Well, you emailed Jen K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she has a 1 p.m.
Okay.
to the rest of her schedule.
Okay.
But she's just not available right now. The 1 p.m. is not here right now, but on the way.
Oh, I understand. We'll wait till she's walking down to the chambers.
Okay. Well, I have this for you as well. It is the Delaware Code related to special elections.
I understand. I have questions not about special elections, but questions about the people in our district who the speaker refused to answer my questions about her message for them.
Oh, those were answered over.
They were not answered over email. Every question has been ignored except for a statement saying we're not commenting on personal medical matters. I'm not asking about personal medical matters today. I am asking about the people in our district.
Okay. Would you mind sending an email and we can schedule something for you?
I will be happy to do that. I also will wait here and speak with the speaker if she has time. I would love to sit down with her like we've sat down with others. But
I'm just saying it might be easier if you ask over email and then we can actually schedule something, because she is always, like, it's June during legislative session, so she is booked solid.
I understand that, and we have tried to ask for interviews with her multiple times, and we have been told that they're not commenting further on this matter. So here I am.
Well, shoot me an email today and we'll figure it out.
Okay, and who are you?
I am Quinn Kirkpatrick. I just work in the House.
Right. Thank you, Quinn, for your time. And you can tell the speaker if we are here and if she wants to bring us in to sit down, we'd be happy to do it. If not, we will wait and ask her questions when she comes out.
Okay. Shoot. Yeah. Send me an email and I will work with her schedule and see what we can do.
Thank you. Here are the questions that the speaker's staff says they answered many times. They have not. Is Representative Stell Parker Selby cognitive? Why isn't she in Legislative Hall voting? The speaker has also failed to answer our questions about the 20th District. What is her message to them, and does she think the people there deserve to have someone voting on their behalf? We asked her about the governor's comments on this matter. He says it's a House issue. We asked, why are you not taking action? We also did not hear back from Stell Parker Selby's office today, which Democrats say is open and working for constituents. One person who did speak with us was House Minority Leader Tim Dukes, who says for the first time, it's time for Stell Parker Selby to step down. Have you spoken with Stell Parker Selby?
No, I have not.
Why not?
I have reached out by email,
but I have not called or visited.
Why not?
Just the family had requested from the beginning, they'd requested their privacy, and so just wanted to respect that.
Did she have a stroke?
Yes.
What's your knowledge of her health situation?
I've not been given any personal information. I was just told that she had a stroke. I don't know how severe, how limited, or what the details of it are.
So you don't know yourself, even if she's cognitive?
No.
At a certain point, do you think she needs to step down?
I think, according to our state law, there's no provision to remove a legislator except for just the causes which we've talked about, and primarily being death. And so the decision to step down is the representative's decision at this point.
Do you think she should step down?
I don't know what her health is, but it's very concerning that we've been here since January and she's not been able to come back into the building. And it's been 35 days.
Do you think she should step down, yes or no?
I believe that she should step down.
Why hasn't your party been more vocal in calling for her to resign or be removed?
I think everybody's tried to be sensitive to her family, give her time to recover.
Representative Dukes, it honestly feels, though, that no one's being sensitive to the 23,000 people who have no vote so far in this General Assembly. How can the people of that district trust your party if there is a special election and if there is a candidate who runs and wins? How can they trust Republicans to fight for them when you haven't called for her to resign yet?
We haven't run from the issue. We're trying to be sensitive to humanity, but we do understand that there is a district that is unrepresented, that doesn't have a vote, doesn't have a voice, and we think that it's time that something changes.
You heard Representative Dukes mention that there's no provision to remove a legislator. We spoke with a professor at the Delaware Law School at Widener University who said there are 2 steps for the House to remove someone from their seat. The professor says the House can either impeach a member or vote to exclude a member for failure to abide by the House rules. But excluding a member would not make their seat vacant. And the professor says impeachment is basically impossible because Stell Parker Selby did not commit a crime. Our expert says in most cases, members resign before impeachment or exclusion, and resigning would make that seat vacant. The Delaware Law School professor is looking into also what authority the governor has to remove a legislator from office if they don't resign and the House doesn't remove them. We'll get that answer for you as we continue to stay on this story.
And all of this brings us to our CoastTV poll this evening. We want to know how you think political leaders should handle long-term absences of representatives.
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. 69% now say call for resignation, 22% say health-based leave, 1% say provide updates, 2% say do nothing, and 6% say appoint a temporary legislator.
We also have a comment tonight from Julia in Millsboro who says, quote, I think updates in the beginning, but a major health issue that prevents you from doing your job after 6 months should result in a special election. In business, other than politics, it's different, end quote.
If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at CoastTV.com or the mobile app, and we'll get you those updated results on Coast TV News at 11. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Ocean City. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams has a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. Well, first of all, we're going to get ready to crank up the heat and humidity in a major way. Now, we're already holding at 86 degrees in Redden, 82 in Laurel, as well as Del Mar and in Gumboro. But we have a concern with future smoke. Our small-scale model is indicating that we're going to see some problems with air quality, so we double-checked it, and we're in the green here, but we have dots of yellow in and around our region as a whole, so that's going to be a concern. And we have a newly issued air quality alert that's actually for the folks to our north in Jersey and to our west in the D.C. area. Coming up, Christina, we're talking more heat, more humidity, and rain over the weekend.
All right, thank you, Paul. Well, Georgetown EMS is kicking off their fundraising carnival tonight, and Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live there now. Emma, it's the first time they've done an event like this.
Christina, well, the carnival is officially in full swing. People are starting to come in. It started just a few minutes ago at 6. We can smell the food, hear the music. There's a lot of games. We're going to show you guys. I'm going to try my hand at this football game for you guys. Oh, my spiral could use some work. This may look like a lot of fun, and it certainly is. We're having a blast out here, but Georgetown EMS tells us the funds raised from this event are critical. And one of the officials say the money will go towards a new ambulance, which costs around $300,000 bare bones without any of the equipment in them. A recent study presented to the county showed Georgetown EMS's financial health grade to be one of the lowest in Sussex County. Georgetown EMS tells us they will also put the money towards hopefully getting a new building. And they say the growing area has led to an uptick in calls. And with more work comes the need for more resources.
We're running 2 ambulances now, with some point in the very near future needing to add 3 crews 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So in this station, can we do it? We probably could. Is it feasible? Not really.
If you want to join in on the fun, the carnival is right next to Georgetown EMS on North Front Street. It's going on now until 10 p.m. Tomorrow and Friday from 6 to 10 p.m. and Saturday from 3 to 10. Reporting live in Georgetown, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
We are just getting started.
Coming up, the Blue Gold All-Star Games continued today, this time in soccer.
We could be dealing with sweltering conditions in our area prior to the rain coming through. More on what I'm tracking coming up.
But first, what the Fenwick Island Police Department added to enhance safety in town when we're back in just 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Through this door is the Fenwick Island Police Department's newest addition to enhance safety in town.
Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe shows us how police say adding an emergency response center to the precinct will help first responders handle crisis in town.
What was once a storage room for the Fenwick Island Police Department is now transformed into an emergency operations center. Police Chief Michael Morrissey opens one of the final boxes for the room.
I saw we had no capability to plan a major event or meet or communicate with our partners.
Chief Morrissey made it a priority to add a room like this to the department after realizing how helpful it was in his position in D.C. Before this room came to be, police meetings had to be held at the town hall. Now everything is under one roof, making planning and communication much more seamless.
We don't have to go running between the 2 buildings to make decisions and then communicate them to our staff over here.
Now that they have everything they need right here in this room, Chief Morrissey gives Coast TV an exclusive look at what's inside.
We have the Weather Channel up. We can monitor a hurricane coming up the coast. We obtained a smart board for video conferencing, training, put rosters up here for assignments, anything like that.
And with the desk in the middle of it all.
For a small operation, I think we have everything we need.
Now that the Emergency Operations Center is in full gear, the Fenwick Island Police Department is prepared for anything that comes during this busy summer. I'm Kevin Zappe in Fenwick Island, Coast TV News.
Here's a look at your Gulf forecast. Listen, it's going to be hot and humid. Still, we're going to call for excellent conditions because we're not talking rain, but we are talking heat and humidity. We're looking for some serious heat and humidity to kick in for tomorrow. Don't be surprised if the heat index climbs close to the 100-degree mark. I'm not calling for it, but I'm just saying it's going to feel a whole lot like it for Thursday before the rain shows up over the weekend. In Lewis, we're looking pretty fair at this point, 83 degrees. Dew point temperatures are in the 60s, so we have an abundance of moisture in the atmosphere at this point. We will remain clear throughout the rest of the evening in Lewis. 79 by 8 o'clock, then we'll drop to 73 by 10 o'clock with mostly clear skies. Here's where we stand right now. 83 degrees in Milford as well as Bridgeville. Seaford, we're at 81 degrees in Delmar, also holding at 81s at Gumboro as well as Dagboro, and 78 degrees Lewis, 75 right now Rehoboth Beach. But look at the dew point temperatures, 62 in Rehoboth, Indian River Inlet, and 66 with Bethany Beach. Now remember, when you get into the 60s, we're talking about a great deal of moisture. It's a good old-fashioned sweltering summer kind of day. And tomorrow, when we clock 90s, we are going to feel it when you walk out of the door, particularly after you come out of air conditioning. We're looking clear as far as air quality is concerned. Air quality is always a concern when your temperatures begin to go into the 90s and the dew point temperature is so high. But we also have problems because of the leftover smoke from the fire coming out of Canada. Well, we have air quality concerns for us and alerts for us in Jersey as well as over to our west in D.C. Now, Delmarva's been spared an alert, but we're in the general vicinity, so we could have to deal with that situation as well. Rain that could clean things out even quicker to our south, but this one's going to pass more zonally or directly parallel to us. For the coast, we're looking for temperatures in the 80s for the beaches. Inland, we're looking for 91 with mostly sunny skies, wind southwest at about 6. And then along the eastern shore for the folks that see us over in Cambridge and over in Crisfield and those areas, we're looking for it to be almost 90 degrees anyway, so you're still in the party as well. So we're looking at cloudy skies to start off Friday afternoon. We go well into the 80s. But as we go into Friday evening, that's when those scattered showers are going to flare up. And that's the rope that or the tightrope that you walk with the dew point temperatures being so elevated. And we're looking for the dew point temperatures to elevate into the 70s for Friday and Saturday. So that's going to put us in this very humid category, just shy of old-fashioned miserable. This is for Thursday and Friday as warm air begins to congregate throughout the mid-Atlantic region and will just continue to just simmer. One last thing before we go. The UV index is going to be sky high as well because this is an all-out blanket of cloud cover. We're going to see the skies open enough to keep us at a UV index of 9 for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So once again, please be sure to use anything to protect yourself from being burned so easily. Finally, here's a look at the extended forecast. As we go into Father's Day this weekend, looks like we may have to deal with some scattered showers. So if you have outdoor plans, like a big barbecue, I know about this happening in Dover and all that kind of stuff, be sure you have all of your canopies in place.
Paul, thank you. We want to let our viewers know of a program change to be aware of this Friday, June 13th. The U.S. Open will air from 1 to 7. Then Wheel of Fortune begins at 7, NBC Nightly News at 7:30. There will be no Coast TV news at 5 or 6 this day.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The best senior athletes on Delmarva continue to get one last hurrah. And today we head to the soccer pitch for the Blue Gold Games in boys and girls soccer. The Blue Gold Games are made up of the best seniors in Delaware, and the blue team is loaded with Delmar Wildcats to watch. Senior Mackenzie Carroll led the Cats with 16 goals and 10 assists this season, while goalkeeper Lily Baker led the way for Delmar with 60 saves this season. We'll have the highlights of this game tonight on The Final Score at 10:30 p.m. On the boys' side, we had a pair of state champs with Caesar Rodney in Division 1 and Sussex Academy in Division 2, and they will both be represented. Joseph Honorou led CR with 14 goals, and fellow senior Trevor Sullivan was right behind him with 10 tallies of his own. And Sussex Academy's Andres Romero Nieto was a key offensive force as well, leading the Seahawks with 13 goals this season. The man between the pipes was also a big reason for the title. Senior Carter Norton made 52 saves this season, but it's also the second straight year the state title game went to PKs, and Norton made crucial saves to win it. This game is streaming on DSN Plus right now. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everyone.
The Ocean City Air Show takes place later this week, and get ready for some traffic, street closures, and parking for that. The air show is June 14th and 15th, and this year the OC Air Show has the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, the F-16 Viper demo team, and more.
Speaking of Ocean City, our Gateway Subaru camera right now, we're at 73 degrees actually. The winds are coming out of the southwest at about 14 miles per hour, and we're looking at temperatures settle into 71 degrees under mostly clear skies. Our umbrella giveaway winner is Jackie Hollenbaugh of Laurel. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Really hot and humid for Thursday, and then that follows up with some good old-fashioned summer showers and thunderstorms Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
You can find some more local news and local weather on our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.